Is it done? There we go. Okay, so as you can see, we've got no intro today because Modders isn't here and my computer is cack. I'm joined today by Gary Evans.
Is that the CAC 4000 deaths? Just out of interest. Yeah.
It just hasn't got the power to run the share screen things.
Right. Cool.
We have Timmy. Who's a legend in his own lunchtime.
Absolutely.
How are you guys doing?
All right. Thank you, matey. All right. Yeah. How's yourself?
I'm good, mate. Good.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice to see we're colour coordinated, Gary.
Yep, absolutely. I've got the uniform on again, as usual.
See, Tim, you need to go with the green uniforms.
Yeah, we'll send you a memo next time, dude.
Yeah. I mean, in the background is green, mate. Come on.
Yeah. Mondays are for the greenies.
Yeah. Ew.
Oh.
That sounds gross. Greenies are bogies.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a nickname for bogies.
Greenies are electronics technicians in the Navy.
Okay.
Yeah, but back in the day, their rate color was green. Stokers wore purple. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we've got a few people. I'll try and put my teeth back in. We've got 15 people watching so far. Should we go through the comments?
Yeah, you can. I can't see any of them, but yeah.
Julian says, first lube, second comment. Well done, Julian.
Good man.
Go on, Tim.
Gary says, greetings, Julian. Hoping you're well there. We are live from Toronto, Canada, and we'll be out sightseeing the touristy places.
Ew. Very nice. And Jem says, greeting everyone else joining in the chat today. Hi, Gary.
John says, good morning, everyone. And Julian, looks like someone else got knocked off the mountain in the comments. Ooh, come on.
He also says, Julian, it's good to be the king.
It says, afternoon, Gary and John. John? Not here yet.
Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people.
G'day, Duke.
Patrick Clark says, g'day all.
Hello.
And Trainer, good day, everyone. Good day, Kevin.
Yeah. Hello, Kevin. Gary says, greetings. Greetings, Gary.
Greetings.
John says, at Duke, coffee awakens me. Don't know so much about beautiful, lol.
That's a point. I need a coffee.
Bob Harris is there. He says, good morning all. Not too bright today, so mostly listening. As long as it's not Amazoning as well.
Yeah. I know the feeling. John said, Gary M.
Gary says, Bobby, more coffee.
More coffee. All right, John C., be like me. I'm all right. I'm on the inside looking out. Best way to do.
Graham Ball then he says, good afternoon. Hello, Graham.
Hey, Graham.
Hey. John says, at Robert, true.
Jim says, greetings to all of the usual suspects in chat. Greetings, Jim.
Hey, Jim. Mr. Morris says, lurking in the background as visitors about to arrive.
Have a good look.
Lack of moral courage, I call it.
Be shot for that.
Yeah.
Is this me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think. Exploring Unseen says, hey, how is everyone doing?
And of course, the council just turned up to cut the grass.
Excellent. Jim also says hello to our gracious hosts.
Hello.
Hello, Jim.
Ian says, hello.
That must be a guardsman.
Jim says, the official Gary Stuff Halo is ready for duty.
Yeah.
Yep.
JT says, Timmy, I forgot the fireman that winks at Kevin in Time Bandits for Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good. Matt says, afternoon all.
Jim, greenies are a dental snack treat I give my dog.
Yeah, they're here as well. Yep.
Ian says lube number 9.
Is that like Mambo number 5?
Yeah.
Julian says, evening Duke, afternoon Patrick, Kevin, Bob, Graham, Jim, Ian.
Joe Leo's here. Good morning, afternoon, evening from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Patrick says coffee is the nectar of life. True.
John says, this will be the tale of 2 Garys today.
Ah, yes.
Jim says, Mr. Evans, your shirt colour looks very much like the cockpit green from here. Just kidding. Yeah, actually, it's not far off cockpit green, to be perfectly honest. I'll find someone and have a look.
I'm still not used to having other Evanses in the chat. I'm like, this is blue. This isn't green at all.
I'm just going to shut my windows so they don't make too much noise.
Sky. Lots of greys.
There you go. There you go.
Not far off.
Try that one. Whose turn was it? Copy green guy, so it's mine.
Oh.
Jim says, Wait, Rose, interesting goings on at Bears training camp. The HC dismissed first string offence after a very subpar practice and brought up the backups on the first day.
Well, that's not good when the first coach gets rid of your first line of defence, the whole of the first choice defence, and says, you guys are just not good enough. I'll bring on the subs. That's not a great start.
No.
To be fair, when can you ever tell the difference between first stringers and backups for the Bears?
Well, true. Yeah, they're all some rubbish at the moment, aren't they?
No, I kid. Julian says,
I don't at all.
Julian says, afternoon, Archangel Mikey, Gary, evening, Tim.
Hey.
Yeah. Just says, Mikey, if Modders is paid in hobnobs, what are you paying for modding Commander Evans' streams? I haven't paid you anything yet, have I?
I get paid in kits.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Every now and again, you send you some plastic.
Yeah. I suppose I better let him in.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Marley.
Trouble
Hello.
himself.
How are you?
Oh. John, I'll go into it in more detail stream, but no political stuff anymore. Got to stick to it.
All right.
New rules.
Yep, new laws.
We all have to obey.
Yeah, politics are for people with beards.
No, it's not that. There's new laws been brought into the UK.
Ah,
And it
okay.
can end up with people getting arrested if you say the wrong thing.
all right.
Jane says, afternoon, Matt.
Well, they kind of have to come over here then. But all right.
John Thompson says, loop number 9 sounds like a song, lol. Yeah, I told you like Mambo number 5.
Yeah.
Martin says, how do?
How do, Martin? Not seen you for a while, buddy.
Martin.
Have you still got some of your limbs?
How's Lee?
Ian says, afternoon, Julian, maybe?
I'm assuming so, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Jim says, hello, Julian.
Ian Ellison says, afternoon, Julian.
John says, are you a South Park fan? There is a character that goes, Demi! Yes. Yeah, I stayed with one of my uncles when I was a kid and came home saying to Mum, what was it? We're at the post office and there was a little keychain pen with Chef on it that said, I'm going to make love to your woman. And I was like, it's Chef. And she almost had a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm sure you can guess which uncle
when
that
South Park
was.
was really popular was when we were kids.
Yeah.
And when my mum and stepdad got married, around the time it was really popular. So we got the DJ in. They did the first dance, and then we got the DJs to play "Chocolate Salty Balls" by Chef.
Nice.
My nan was laughing her head off, and the DJ was actually apologising to my nan and everything.
Such a good song too.
It is.
Noisy sods. Can you hear that strummer?
It's not too bad.
He'll be done in a minute.
Sounds like someone on a didgeridoo. Jim says, greetings, clean-shaven John Marley.
Martin says, not been around recently due to a blind woman who made a right turn across the traffic on the main road. Only problem was I was in the way. My Enfield is a write-off and my only good leg is funked. Oh, dude. You've had no luck on that bike, those bikes, have you?
Well, I don't touch the damn things.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Julian says, afternoon, Martin.
Duke says, John, maybe you can talk about religion.
No, that's another one that they're banning.
Is it? Oh. Dorkosaurus says, hello, everybody. I've been awake since 4. Dumb dog barking. I need coffee.
If it's barking, technically it's not dumb. Because the original translation of meaning of dumb is unable to vocalize. Joe says, no politics, but something more controversial. My Dallas Cowboys. No!
John Thompson said, Eric Cartman singing Poker Face. Lol.
It's that guy on Instagram, isn't it? And TikTok. He actually does Cartman's voice, but he plays does it whilst playing the guitar and singing the songs.
I used to crack my mum up singing "Come Sail Away" by Styx in Cartman's voice, which was also on the Chef Aid album. It's just Jim says the most recent episode of South Park created a lot of controversy.
Yep,
I
love it. I'll send you the link, Mikey, because it's funny.
That's
Julian says, sorry?
That's if it's allowed over here, because it could be behind an age verification wall now. Like I said, I'll explain it after the show.
Right. Julian says, evening to your Royal Antipodean lateness, a.k.a. backwards John.
Have you told Waitrose about your Sea Fury?
I saw your Sea Fury yesterday. On like, how? Dude, just how?
That's the sort of stuff people who've just started modelling make.
I mean,
Yeah.
of all the people who are going to do that, mate, really?
Yeah. Unbelievable. Can't be trusted.
Oh, it's fun, though.
James says, hi, Dorkosaurus.
Martin says, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have none at all. That's true.
It says South Park came out in the late 90s. I still quote those hunters. They're going right for us whenever they... Yeah, very good. It's Jimbo and Ned. And, Ned's got the throat thing and he goes, yeah, coming right for us. It's so funny.
John says, politics are bad. Okay. This is obviously the South Park episode. Okay.
Joe says, glad you're okay, Mr. Mountford. Well, he's not really. He's lost most of his limbs, and the one good limb he's got, he's now buggered up that as well.
Yeah. Jim says, Joe, all due respect, Joe, Jerry Jones has turned the Cowboys into a never-ending reality TV show. Get money doing that.
Yeah, again, can't really talk about stuff like that because...
Why? It's golf. It's sport. We're not allowed to talk about sport now.
No, like I said, I'll explain to you later. But
yeah, I'm not up to date. I know that the UK can be pretty restrictive, so
yeah.
If I see the T word, I'll just wait a sec and let you make the call.
There was footage of a certain caddy for a certain golfer dropping a ball for him conveniently out of a bunker.
Yes, that's okay. Other stuff can get flagged up. It's because of a new law that's been brought in over the weekend, so Friday, late Friday.
You could still immigrate. It'll be fine.
This rate.
Who are we up to? Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Joe says, Jim, that's what he wants? Oh, well, talk about something else. Talk about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I saw them. They came and visited us in the Middle East once. That was great.
And now John finds out he has an American child. Joe says, 4. Did you know you have an American cousin, Tim?
I'd just be proud that he managed to land a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
It's a lie. It's a dirty, stinking lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did not.
June says, years ago, I had an argument online with an 18-year-old Californian. Her argument was so ridiculous, I said it's almost as lame as me and I've never walked. Her, what's lame got to do with walking?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How to say you're
Okay.
18 without saying you're 18? That's
Yeah.
a pretty good way of doing it.
Yeah. And thankfully, we're now going to allow anyone of 16 and over to vote in general elections. So that's a good thing, hey?
Yeah.
Did that get through?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's actually enacted in law, but given that the Labour Party has a massive majority, it probably will.
Well, it's already in law in Wales, isn't it?
Yeah. So blame your 20 mile an hour on that, matey.
Yeah.
Oh.
I blame it on people who voted. Anyway, politics discussion. Martin says the Qatari ME109K arrived on Saturday. It looks great. Anyone on here got it or has started to build it?
I
I've got
don't
one
have
on
it.
order.
Yes.
I've got one on order, but I haven't been notified it's arrived yet.
Ooh.
Maybe
It's,
I should.
probably the only kit out there at the moment that the better looking Marley is interested in getting, but he has not purchased it yet.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find out whether my bloody things here. John Simpson, a good Billy Joel song for Tiff. Modesty is such a lonely word.
I see what he did there.
Yeah.
Jim says Goldfinger cheated on the golf course. 007 picked up on it and turned the tables on him.
Yeah.
So still hope. Julian says 4 plus that one. 5.
Yeah.
John says Jim was using gold paint a couple of weeks ago and had gold on my fingers. Thought of that. There you go.
Joe Leal says he started the FX Phantom FG1, the Series 6 months. So far, so good. Love it. Wait till you see the decal sheet with all the stencils.
So that's Gary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Squirrel. Bugger. Yeah. Visitors arrived.
GM says an Irish man last night trying to teach me how to speak Gaelic has spoken very quickly. Whale, oil, beef. Oh, yeah.
JT says instead of 4, I could have yelled 2.
Martin says it's amazing that it only took 4 days to get here. Yet I'm still waiting for something sent from Bristol last week by Royal Snail. Wow, that's really quick.
Jules says, I forgot to say, that was Baldrick's first lesson in golf.
Oh, yeah. 2 strokes plus 2 strokes equals some strokes.
Friends and Models for Heroes says, nope, it was Amazon.
Yeah, there you go. JT says, are you guys Caddyshack fans? I remember watching it as a kid.
Oh, yeah, seen that.
Not familiar.
Bill Murray.
24 people watching. Please don't forget to lube and subscribe. What have you guys been up to? What have you been working on?
Ooh.
Now that we've got through the chat.
No, you're there, aren't you? No, you're there. You go first, Timar.
Okay, give me 1 sec to change this. Oh no, I've got to plug my other camera in. No, you take it away, John. I've got to unplug and replug some cables.
All right, I'll go and get my thing. Just bear with me. It's over here.
If me and Gary had green screens behind us, we could make ourselves look like floating heads. That'd be
Yeah.
ace.
There we go. So
Yeah.
this is pretty much finished. This is the FX 72nd
Whoa.
scale Victor.
Beautiful.
So what remains is basically, well, I don't know. It's got a semi-gloss on it, which the original aircraft had. So I could remove the paint masks from it and just call it done. But I did the paint, the panel lines yesterday. They sort of come up well, as you can see it there. But I think I want to leave it a couple of days for the oils to completely dry before I hit it with a semi-gloss all over. But that's pretty much done. And yeah, as I said before, XL 513 is the only one that had this scheme, like the half and half white, and instead of like a lower sort of waterline. Complete with brass pitot probes and aluminium air-to-air refueling receptacle. But yeah, she's pretty much done. It's come up.
Nice.
I'm very, very happy with it. It's all sort of all the Edward. Oh, you probably can't see properly. There we go. All the Edward photo etched gear bay doors and wells and all that stuff like that has worked a real treat. So I'm very happy with that.
Excellent.
Excellent stuff.
Calling that one done.
A few comments before we move on to the next person. Julie says, "Yep, seen it a few times." JT. Gary says, "Have you sent me something from Amazon?" No. We're not telling you who's sending or what is sending you your mystery kit.
It's
that you're
not again, is it? No. Tell me no.
It's
How
a
many
million.
are coming here?
It's 20 strand beasts for Gary Morris.
Oh, that's all right.
Jim says, "John, sir, there is no gambling at Bushwood."
Yeah.
June, the sequel wasn't a patch on the first Caddyshack. Joe says, "John, I have seen it 30 times. Ugly hat. Oh, boy, it looks good on you." Lady Sam says, "Hi, panel and chat. Just dropping in and say hi. Not doing much. Be nil. Have a good stream. John, you behave yourself."
Thank you, Lady Sam.
JT, Julian Rodney had a line that made me laugh. "Let me introduce you to Mr. Wang, his assistant." Cool. Jim's sequel was terrible. Jim, do you get a free bowl of soup with this hat? Okay. June, hope you feel better soon, Lady Sam. And Julian, lucky Mr. Wang wasn't a monarch. There we go. So, Tim, what have you been working on? Now that you've finished playing with your microphone and your camera and things.
Yeah, sorry about that. So I got the Corsair finished.
Ooh, let's have a look. Nice.
This is a Tamiya Corsair?
Yeah.
48 scale.
Yep.
Good job.
Awesome.
And I used one of the decals from the Machine and Krieger kit. It says "Adios."
Awesome.
I'd put that on a bomb.
Yeah.
And I haven't glued the canopy down, so I can put it in place like that. But yeah, no, I'm pretty chuffed at the end of all that. I've had a lot of fun building that kit.
Yeah, looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Well done, buddy.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. Like, everything went together nice and easy. The landing gear didn't give me any trouble at all. The doors just glue on nicely. Yeah, I just had a lot of fun.
We're being joined by someone.
Ooh.
It is, of course, Mr. Maleficent.
Hi.
Hey.
Sorry I'm late. I've been having to have a chat with John about my mum, who's in the nursing home. So,
how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. How's the move going?
Interestingly, I don't know. The bungalow's not been on the market 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we've had lots of interest. And we got an offer for the full asking price.
Wow.
When was it? Wednesday. But that was for us to break the chain. So we're happy to move, even with nowhere to move to yet. But it's got about 3 months to find somewhere.
Yeah.
We're going up on the 10th of August with a week's worth of looking. The missus is on it. Got stacks of houses and bungalows to view, but
That's for you.
oh right, that'll turn up and the missus will go, what, another one? Another one. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, unfortunately, the bungalow, the property that the couple that want to buy this one are living in, it's just up the road in the next village, Curie. But there's a covenant on it, something about people that buy it can't be buying it to let it, as a holiday home or as a second home, or
it has to be a primary residence.
Yeah, or I mean, apparently it's a massive list like this and the council decide whether whoever's buying it can buy it, and they decide today or tomorrow. So it's a bit like that at the moment. But if it falls through, we did have a guy who was about to come 400 miles from Huddersfield to have a look.
Yeah.
But he was told, don't bother. And then we found this out, and the missus won't. Well, you should have told him to bother.
Yeah.
Because if he'd given us I mean, it's house buying, isn't it? It's a minefield. But overall, we have been up. We were up north for a week.
I bet you went all dizzy and everything going up north.
Oh,
being a southerner.
When we, coming from our end, as you cross the bridge, close to Bristol.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter, lives in Bristol, so we stop off there. My missus can smell Bristol. I don't know what she's smelling, but she can smell Bristol. So she's her superhero qualities are super hearing, and super smell, literally. So it's a bit of a conundrum when I fart.
JT says, question for the Australians in the group: how's the wine country? John looks like a wine drinker. He is. In fact, oh my god, it's not in a box. I'm impressed.
Blue yellowtail. Yeah,
that's what, 1.5 liters.
Magnum. How nice.
Very, very, very good. Thank you. Yes. Now, Australian wines, I believe, are some of the best in the world. Yeah, certainly the Barossa Valley ones, and where I am, the Hunter Valley here, they're very proud of their wines, as is every country. But they're certainly better than most wines I've drunk.
Yeah, we got a lot of variation in Australia.
We do.
And as Monty Python said, Australian wine is not a wine for drinking; it's a wine for lying down and avoiding.
This one's got a bouquet like an average in his armpit. It's a good skit, that one.
Yeah.
Maybe not PC anymore, but that's not.
No,
it's not
bizarre.
it's racism. It's fine.
Yeah, when the first lot of Australian wines started hitting the UK back in like the late 70s, early 80s, Majestic Wine were the first to sort of really popularize it, and they did it with two: a red called Kangaroo and a white called Bondi Bleach.
Oh,
And from
wonderful.
Nice.
the entire Australian wine import from, I know, I think they're like the third highest import in the UK is from Australia.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There we go.
the cold wine region just outside of Canberra in like Murray Bateman area is awesome. Like
Yeah.
Riesling is really big in that area, and there's one winery, Helm, where he was the dude that kind of popularized Riesling rosé, and
Wow.
it's awesome. Like they have a one per customer thing, otherwise they'd sell out on day one.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
That's
it
good.
it slaps.
And what you're saying is Australia is a nation of winos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
yeah,
Why not?
Yeah,
We can put it
they
away,
they
that's
all
for
have
sure.
very red noses by the time they're 60.
60, 16 more like.
And Tasmania
Ian-
makes some outstanding champagne method wines, like the Yance company, places like that. Their sparkling wine is phenomenally good.
Oh, and you heard of them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Tasted it. Yeah, drank it. Love it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
He's a man of the world.
Yeah, he is.
Ian says, excellent Corsair, Timmy. I forget I started my two Timmy Corsairs.
We've lost glorious leader. Oh no, he's back.
Phil says, happy modelling Monday, everyone. Just in for a few minutes to see what you're all up to. At the minute, we're still going through the chat. GM says, visiting Flying Plane Company a few days ago, found interesting news on the Blue Sea Furies. The aircraft I flew was an ex-Iraqi aircraft, not a Iran aircraft. The number was a duplicate 115, not 114.
Yes. So it didn't have a folding wing.
Yeah. GM says 115 is flying in Europe these days. Ian says, evening, Phil. JT says, Timmy, did you want to do a scheme for Pappy Boyington of the Black Sheep Squadron?
I don't know. Is that what I've accidentally done?
I don't know.
My method for choosing this was because I got
Does it look cool? Yes.
well, yeah, I got third-party decals, and this one the plane had a decal called saying George on the front, and
your little nephew.
My little nephew is a Jorge, so
Jorge.
yeah.
I'm so glad you said the hay at the end of it.
Yeah.
You can't say that about a baby.
That's why I was a bit worried you weren't going to say the end bit.
My
Martin
track
says-
record is spotless. Thank you very much.
Martin says, love the Corsair. My next build is the Magic Factory dual pack with one with straight wings and the folded up one. Looks a cracking kit.
Yeah.
JT says, hi, Mal.
Hi, JT.
Tiff says, hello, folks. Can't stay, but just wanted to give my thumbs up. I'll watch back later. Okay, Tiff.
What did she
she
say
said-
it like that?
Yeah. I said, oh, Marley, we shall be having words tomorrow.
I was just about to compliment you on your accent not being as offensive as it was.
Yeah.
Ian says, hi, Tiff. Have a great day with your family and Nana coming home. Yeah. That's nice. Jim says, afternoon, Mal.
Afternoon, Julian.
Jim says, wait, Rose, your P1127 turned out very nice. Much better than mine.
Thank you. Here it is, indeed.
P1127. I remember building that when I was about 8.
I wish I were still. I did hack the canopy so I could have the canopy open and messed around with the ejection seat to make it look a little more realistic and not quite so Captain Star and the Mistrons, like those big ones the Angel Interceptors used to have.
Yeah.
But other than that, I haven't really done very much to it. But yeah, it's a nice little kit.
I think that does look, not that I really remember, but I think that does look a bit better than mine when I was about 8 or 10, whatever.
Oh, that's good to know. That my years of experience.
But of course, it was a brand new model when I built it.
Just keep chipping away at it, son. You'll get there.
June says, "Afternoon, Tiff. Have a good time with your family." Tiff says, "Thank you, Ian and Julian. I shall."
You're in so much trouble.
Not as much as John is after Friday.
Well, oh dear.
JT says, "Black Sheep Squadron was a TV series in the 70s based on the actual one." Yeah.
I have to look into it.
Big Nate's in. He says, "Afternoon, gents." Hello, Nate.
Oi, oi.
There you go. We've caught up. Right.
So you're talking about Jorge, the name George on the cowling of the Corsair.
Yeah.
Made me think of Brian Lara, the West Indian cricketer, called his daughter Sydney, because that's where him and his wife, got pregnant.
Yeah.
And they called the name Sydney as a tribute to it. And that was said during one of the cricket matches here, and the other commentator said, well, it's just as well they weren't playing in Pakistan at the time. And it's, think.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. So for the Americans, the cricket ground in Pakistan called Lahore.
There we go. Moving on swiftly. John says, "Gary, Harrier is dull aluminium finish. First time seeing one like that. I remember the camo schemes and the dull grey." Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't do too much worrying about getting all the gloss black really nice and all that. I just got it's kind of enough of a base coat and sprayed on some white aluminium, and that was that.
Yeah.
Jim says, "Mike, that's got to be the worst attempt at mocking Tiffany's voice."
Oh, no.
I know. I didn't
Batter
look
up.
at-
Just no, there's no way I'm going to do it. I cannot do it. I can't even think about it. I have a conniption just thinking about how I'm going to get my tongue around that, but no.
Huh?
The accent, Mikey, the accent.
Ah, okay. Jem says, "Mr. Evans, nice early Harrier there. I have a Frog early Harrier. It's potentially very close to the version that had inflatable lip intakes. Still a crude pig to finesse."
Ah,
There we go. Shall we head to the bench?
sure.
I think we've done enough chat for now.
Eyes down for a full house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a quick rummage through the cupboard and see if I can't find something interesting to paint.
Well,
All right.
all I've got to do is put some wing mirrors on this Land Rover. So I've got out this kit to start afterwards.
Nice.
Mark V. Hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So yeah, my next kit for batter up is at the F4. So I'm starting with the wings, the wing fold. I've shown
Yes.
these before, but they're 3D printed little jobbies and stuff. They're absolutely delicious. But I've got to cut the wings. So there's a lot of drilling of holes going on there. I'm doing the inner wing first, and then from the kit supplied outer wing. So
Yeah.
going along certain lines and stuff like that. It's going to take a while, but lots of drilling of holes. Huzzah!
Wonderful.
Stepping away from the bench for a Momo.
Yeah. Cool. Julian says, "Would you like a donut to go with the whole you're digging with the accents?" I do like to wind up modders. Who's going through their toolbox? go for. Let's go for. JT says, I know we had Navajo code talks in World War II. Did they have Aboriginal code talkers, or was that against their beliefs?
Sorry, can we see that one again?
Yep.
I'm not aware of any Aboriginal code talkers. However, well, part of that, the trouble would be there are about 1,500 or so dialects in Aboriginal sort of tribe languages and everything else. So getting two that speak the same language would be difficult, unless they were up around the Torres Strait. The very top of Australia, there's probably a good chance of that, but there would have been enough Australian Army radio personnel around to be able to minimise that threat, I'd imagine.
Mm.
I'm not aware of any. I should have said.
I believe during the Falklands War, the Welsh Guards used Welsh on radios, didn't they?
Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I
the
heard that.
Argentinians couldn't understand it.
We had two Aberdonians understand a thing they said. It's like having Glaswegians on board. You know, you just hear on the net every now and again there'd be this crack and say, "Oh there, Jamesy," and then they go off. And it was not exactly strict code, but no one could understand a bloody thing apart from them two. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I did find it funny with the American footage in Scotland. Everything was translated underneath.
Yeah.
Surely you can understand that. Like English to English translations.
Yeah, when my sister got married, oh, what's that? Where's that place that everyone goes to get bloody married in Scotland on the borders?
Gretna Green.
That's it.
Gretna.
She went to get married there. I went into the town to get some cigarettes into a shop, and the guy behind the counter, he was trying to ask me if I wanted a bag to put it in, and for the life of me, I could not understand what he was saying. He just kept saying it over and over again. I was like, "Can you speak English, mate?" And he got more straight. And then some woman behind me went,
Oh, you're
She
brave.
said,
You're brave.
"Oh, the thing was, he didn't look like a Scotsman, if you get what I mean, either."
Getting even better.
Right. So a woman behind me said, "He's
What,
asking if
did
you
that?
want
It
to carry a
wasn't
bag." Look,
Ginger wearing a kilt.
Yeah, keep digging, Mikey.
but, yeah, the one behind me said he's from Glasgow, love, but he's asking if you want a bag. And I went, "All right, straight, you're not from round here, are you?" And I went, "No, I'm from Wales."
Yeah, so 20 minutes down the road.
Nate says, "So no Pimmel Jeep? Pimmel Jeep? What? Oh, pink Jeep.
Oh,
Oh, the pink. I haven't got pink Jeep. I've got pink Land Rover to do. The Jeep was starting on Thursday. Yes,
you.
yeah. That's kind of why I'm not doing my SAS Land Rover at the minute, because I've just done one Land Rover and I'm doing a Jeep on Thursday. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up building bloody Jeeps on a tank in the next however long. GM says we had two Scots, one from Edinburgh, one from Glasgow. Nobody understood either.
Yeah, we're probably insulting each other all the time. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, should be right. Tweezers.
Oh, so on Friday I went down to New Haven to Plastech, where they're happily moulding Spitfires for Airfix at the moment.
Yeah.
And in the very near future, I think the tooling's due in about 4 or 5 weeks. They'll be moulding the new Steve Fury for DBMK.
Yeah.
So they'll be properly quality controlled and everything, which is lovely. And they said they've had a few issues doing low pressure injection kits recently, because most of it's in Ukraine, and obviously there's quite a lot of disruption at the moment.
Yeah.
So there's thinking probably, apart from the Hornet, which is coming, which should be available for Telford.
Yeah.
Everything in the future should be high pressure moulding, which means a lot of it will be done here in the UK, which is very nice.
Lovely.
Excellent.
By people who actually inspect every single frame as it comes off of the line.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting to see.
How very unepics of them.
Yeah, yeah. And they had the packs of the barrels and stuff for the new Spitfire. It's all done by Edward.
Yeah.
Oh,
All of the resin that they're putting in and the canopy mask, which is external only. It's not an internal mask, but external only. They're all being done by Edward from. Now, the interesting thing to me was that they're all molded resin, whereas Edward themselves are only doing 3D printing.
Yeah.
that's true.
So I don't know whether they got a better price for it, or it was easier in terms of speed to produce them. I don't know.
Do
But
you
they're
think?
Edward extras.
Do you think with more companies, or certainly more UK-based modelling companies, bringing manufacturing back to the UK, do you think Airfix are in danger of sort of losing their position at sort of top of the UK market if they'll get their act together?
I don't know, because that they are so big. They produce so many kits and so many different things, and at not bad price points. And they've got the history, and they've got a very loyal fan base. I do think they're going to start losing the premium custom before long.
Yeah.
But oddly, the Spitfire is made here. I personally think it would make more sense for them to bring more of the top end of their range back to the UK.
Yeah.
Because the costs of shipping are phenomenal at the moment, especially now it all has to go down via South Africa. And also the uncertainty in delivery times it brings. Like at the moment, DBMK, the only reason they don't think they'll be able to get the Sea Fury to Telford in bulk is that it's the case of shipping the tooling from China to the UK. So that's the delay, is shipping the tooling. Once the tooling's here, Mark can run off 5,000 of them really straightforwardly.
Yeah.
All the photo etch is being done has been done by Edward. They're all ready. There's 2 sheets of photo etch for the C3, one pre-painted, one not pre-painted. There's a load of 3D print going in, which I believe they actually have got as well. They've got all the markings in from Cartograph, all the decal sheets are in. So it's basically just waiting for the tooling to come in, and then Mark to start producing them. He's probably going to be sorting the boxes for them.
Yeah.
And packaging and all the rest. So he may even be handling some of the packaging. So everything's like on track, but it's just physically getting the tooling from China to the UK that's the issue, and it doesn't look like it'll be like 2 weeks after Telford. So he may, depending on costs, they may look at just doing, as soon as tooling's in, doing a run of a few hundred like really, really urgently and get some stock to Telford, or certainly they'll be taking pre-orders and they'll have built examples and all the rest of it there.
Yeah.
The Hornet should be there because everything's in place. They've got all the parts. They're just looking at the boxing at the moment. So what a 1/32 scale de Havilland Hornet, which is enormous. It's beautiful. The plans are, the current plan, the current line, once they get production sorted out, is to have one new kit every quarter, one completely new tool a quarter. So 4 brand new kits a year.
Who's
so
this?
next year, there's a company called DBMK, DB Model Kits. It's a new startup over here.
Wow. One every quarter.
The first 2 kits are a 1/32 Hornet low pressure mold and a high pressure 1/32 Sea Fury.
Mm-hmm.
And the parts I've seen of that 1/32, yeah.
Oh dear.
It looks
Mal's going to be getting told off.
It looks gorgeous. The wing fold on it looks just stunning.
You can just hear Mal's wallet creaking open as you were saying that.
Yeah, I know. So next year's plan at the moment next year, which I've announced publicly, so I'm not telling tales out of school, is next year will be the Scimitar, the Supermarine Scimitar, which will be in 48th and probably in 72nd as well. They will have a new 1/48th F11F Tiger. And they're thinking if there's demands, they may upscale that to 32nd as well. And they've got a new 1/48 scale F105 they're working on, which is going to be absolutely huge.
Wow.
And they've got a few other plans as well. But he showed me the future kit list literally by open close. That's it. That's right. Okay, didn't actually see that then. Yeah. So, but he said, Mark, the guy doing the molding, said that he's seen a lot of the list, and he said you will not believe some of the stuff they're kind of going to bring to market. He said it's just absolutely astonishing what they're planning on doing. So okay, I'll just sit here and wait then, shall I? Don't tell me.
Very exciting.
Yeah, really, really exciting. The guy, two guys were right. Will is like primarily the business guy, so he's passionate model maker, but he's more in the business side of things. And Ilya is also passionate model maker, but he's had a lot of experience in Ukraine with people at Armory and Copper State, places like that. So he's got a lot of the sort of industry experience. And the two of them are a good team. It really is. Ilya is an amazing guy, really interesting guy. Very interesting history outside of model making. And we went to have lunch. So the three of us thought, yeah, here we are. Lovely sunny day on the south coast. It's a Friday, fish and chips o'clock, obviously. And Ilya orders, he said, right, can you just bring me the biggest, greasiest, most fat-containing burger you've got, please? In fact, put another one on top of it. And this burger turned up. It must have been like 2 half-pound patties of burger, with cheese and bacon and all this stuff on. And he must have eaten it in like about a minute and a half. I don't know where he puts it. But he's ex-army as well, so I suppose he's got that sort of eat while you can mentality.
Yeah.
And he eats a lot very quickly. And then chats away quite happily about this and that and this and that. He's a nice guy.
I don't think that's something that ever leaves you, that sort of shovel it in as quick as you can because you don't know when you're going to eat again mentality.
No. Well, also for him, it was a long time ago in the Soviet army in Afghanistan. So you can imagine the supply situations there were somewhat tricky.
Yeah.
He was using manpads. He was a manpad operator then, and he actually volunteered to go back to Ukraine. But they said, you've got 3 children under 16. You're not joining the army. We're not having you.
Yeah.
So he did some training for them and all that, and then eventually his kids grew a little bit older, and they went back and said, "No, you're too old now."
Yeah.
And he's quite gutted by that, obviously. But yeah, it's a really interesting guy, and again, the passion you can feel when they talk about things.
Yeah.
Which actually, hopefully, you'll see later in the week, because I filmed a lot of our chat as a little round table
Cool.
thing, so I'll put that up. There's some interesting things on there. So
There
it's
you go.
It's a good day out. Good day out.
Land Rover is finished.
Hey,
It's actually a really nice little model.
it's Italeri one.
Yeah, it's the Italeri 109 Land Rover.
Oh, the long wheelbase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of those to build, actually. Very good.
Yeah, let's get it focused. Actually, really nice little models.
Really cool. Oh, I do like that.
Yeah. Brings back memories.
Yeah.
You had when you were in, you had the version with the holes in the floor, didn't you, Mal, that you used your feet?
Yes.
Those ones.
Yeah.
You can get some speed up in them, you know.
The other day we were talking. The other day we were talking about army numbers, and we said to Gary Morris, "Yours was 2 digits, wasn't it?" He went, "What?" And I went 0 and 1. He was not amused.
Oh, he's so rare, he is.
Oh, you should see him when we're trying to do trains, mate. He's like a moaning old woman. It's funny. Sometimes me and John pick trains just because we know he'll moan about it. JT says, by the way, I hope you don't mind me asking questions about Australia. I met a group in college, and they were part of the fondest memories I have.
Oh, very cool. No, don't mind at all.
Bob says, time to get shouted at. I've just finished slicing 3 different Smurfs. Going to try a new type of filament to print them. Ooh. Smurf-tastic. Jim says, greetings, TBG. And Ian says, I'm not too far from Liverpool, and I struggle with coarse Scouse accents. It's like trying to decipher dolphins squeaking. It's like Al Murray said they were used during the war to act as radio jammers. John says, TBG, hello. And TBG says, hi, Jim. And hi, John. Julie says, with regards to code talks in World War II, Canada and the US both had them, but not other countries. The article is about Indigenous peoples in World War II. There you go. John says, I beamed in today, but not all the molecules went back together in the right place. GM says, there are 9 dialects in South Korea. Those in Seoul don't understand those from Jeju Island in the south and Busan in the southeast. I have trouble with fast-talking Solites or Solites machine gun mode. JT says, I remembered that in Germany. Julian, the Hornby Group makes some Hornby trains in India, most Airfix models in India, and some Scalextrics kits in China. They all have crappy QC, so I think it's Hornby Group's fault, not Airfix specifically. Yeah.
Absolutely.
JT says, TBG, I think The Fly was a horrific version of Star Trek. Then they did have a transporter malfunction in one Star Trek movie. Yes, they did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It happened in a few episodes, actually.
That was, I think...
Next Gen.
I think it was... no, I think it was the motion picture.
No, they had one in Next Gen as well.
It dragged on longer than it should have because it was like, more like a tone poem. I've heard it spoken about rather than a movie. I quite like it, though.
Yeah. John says, Mikey, what exactly makes a lorry? Wheels. Can carry a lot of things.
A mummy lorry and a daddy lorry who love each other very much.
Very much.
Yeah. A lorry is just a truck. It's a heavy goods vehicle. It's just we don't tend to use the word truck. TVG says, TVG, although the original film The Fly was considerably older than that. There we go. Julie says, JT, personally, I think it's good to ask questions about other cultures, countries. The alternative is to guess and probably get it wrong. Yeah. JT says, thanks, Julian. Julian says, JT, that explains some of my carers. Transporters failed to rematerialize their brains. JT says, Mikey, laugh out loud. Thanks for clarifying. No problems. Yeah, it's just any vehicle that's got high load capacity than an ordinary van or vehicle.
Yeah, it took me a little while to wrap my head around lorry. Because like we don't call them lorries, we just call them trucks. Like whether it's a pin truck or a flatbed truck or whatever. But then I've sort of picked up the Americanese of just calling big 4-wheel drives trucks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much everything's just a truck to me. But I don't know. You UK people do have your quirks.
Yeah. Well, we have we have lorries, which is basically any heavy goods vehicle, and then we have wagons, which are the like rigid axle ones.
Okay, so a wagon for us is what you call an estate. Like,
Yeah.
Shag and wagon.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that one.
And in Germany, we had woofers.
Woofers?
Yeah, woofers. A truck or a lorry with a trailer. And when they on the autobahn, when they went past you,
Oh, fair enough. I thought you were going to say German Shepherd.
The other one that really threw me for a loop when I was in the UK was watching the news, and there was some knife attack or some such. And
which day was this?
Well, yeah, right. But it's like, oh, the suspect is Asian, and then it's like, said the name, and I was like, well, that's Middle Eastern, but no, yeah. You guys tend to call people Asian, whereas like us here, Asian is pretty much just to the north of us.
Mm-hmm. We have the Asian subcontinent, of course.
Yeah.
Which would be India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and so on.
Yeah, so we pretty much just call them like Indians or Pakistanis or whatever. But we don't call them Asians. Which is that took me a while to get my head around, because at first I thought they were like doing it kind of on purpose to kind of throw me off, and I had to put my like conspiracy hat on, and I was like, there's something afoot.
Some reason all the Japanese dudes in the UK are really, really cross about something.
Yeah, there's a lot of Japanese people named Abdul, who knew?
Anyway, moving swiftly on. Where were we? Good luck questions. Thanks, Julian. Explain some of my carers. Thanks for Clara. There we go. Jim says 1960 Star Trek series had an episode about transporter malfunction titled "The Enemy Within." I think every generation of Star Trek had an episode about transporter malfunctions. So I know They had one in TNG and they had it in Voyager as well. Because there's a couple in TNG. One of them was where something had managed to get into the transporter stream with Barclay, and they all thought he was being paranoid because he could see it, but they couldn't. JT says, "TBG, help me." Jim says, "In Australia, the large heavy trucks known as semi-trailers. In England, I heard juggernauts. Yeah, we don't use juggernauts. We have Arctics.
Arctics.
Yeah, we call them Arctics.
Still weird.
We do have land trains.
Well, it's not really because they're articulated.
Oh, okay.
The clue's in the name, really. Arctic.
Yeah, not as in the Antarctic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Articulated lorry. We'll teach you English one day, John. Julie says, Part 1, first episode of the High Life airline comedy, Cow on the Runway. Okay. TBG says, yes, Jim, imagine if Waitrose got split in two halves, good Waitrose and mildly grumpy Waitrose.
There is no difference whatsoever. We coexist already.
The two halves make the whole, don't they, Gary?
Absolutely, a whole lot of something. Know that.
Julie says, Part 2 question, how did the cow get on the runway? Answer, given many years ago, the daddy cow looked at the mummy cow and thought, Lordy Dick, looks at the others on that. There we go.
Crops.
Bob says, and a semi is only half a vehicle. Yeah. Semi, even. It's only half a vehicle. Yeah. Tractor is just the tractor unit, isn't it? You got the tractor unit, and then you got the trailer, which is the semi. Good. Jim says, John Marley, Arctic, not Arctic.
Righto.
Jim says, Mikey, I'm watching Star Trek Enterprise at the moment. There was a transport accident the other day. Yeah. Jim says, TVG laughing face. Paul's in, he says. I'm out staying at Helene's place. She's built a granny flat for us several years ago, just in case, so staying there for a few days.
Wonderful.
Glad to hear that, mate. How's Daphne doing as well? Oh, it's nice to see you back on the mend. There we go. Ooh. Hamish is having a fun time by the sound of it.
Oh no, I think that was one of
That's
mine.
not Hamish.
Oh. One of yours. Was it Tim?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I think.
Therefore,
What, you
I
couldn't tell by the accent? That's right, because we don't have an accent here.
Well, Hamish has got a considerably deeper bark, being Scottish.
I thought I felt like repainting this guy, and now I've just re-primed him, and I'm not convinced I can really be bothered painting him.
What is he? Can you zoom in on Tim, please? Just want to see what you're working on there.
This is a dude. I've just covered up his base because the base was good enough, but it's a Space Marine captain named Caven Shrike. He's kind of cool, but I did find that in my box the other day. Oh, hang on.
Wow. That's very, very good.
Yeah. The definition on his face isn't showing up, which is a bit annoying, and there's that dude as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then that was my Christmas one.
Very good.
That's cool.
which I'm not sure if you could see Jobby, but yeah, there it is. He's got the ADM.
ADM.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So that's the red gobbo. It's the Christmas model that they bought out the other year.
Wow.
Excellent.
There's a good UK-based company for you.
Drew says, good to see you, Paul. TVG says, ooh, an Urgle. John says, Mal, I saw a good video on making tanks from the 1984 movie Red Dawn. The CIA visited the set. They used an American tank chassis. Turns out the Soviets copied our M47 chassis. Link in Discord. Yeah.
Cool.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, not at all. You do know that I'm not into tanks.
No, it's his brother that's into tanks.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I'm not into tanks. I like to build them.
You're not a tank nerd.
No. I want to build more tanks, but I'm put off by a certain aspect of them.
That tracks.
Yeah.
There's a picture of Russell Crowe, from Gladiator, but he's holding two Thomas the Tank Engine toys, and it says, "Are you not into trains?"
Very good. Have you ever seen the instructions for these MHAR kits?
No.
Right. I shall zoom in. Oh, if I can get it. Come on. There you go. Okay, so the instructions for these. So if we take these are itinerary instructions, right? Look how nice and clean the lettering is on the instructions, on the itinerary ones. And then compare it to that. That is the equivalent of 6 on Microsoft Word, 6 points lettering. It's literally half the size of what you would normally use on a letter or something.
Yeah.
It's tiny. And it's because they try to do every bit of instructions, they try to do it in like 5 different languages. And they're trying to fit it all onto one sheet of paper.
So nobody can read it.
Yeah. That's it. That's the instructions. I don't know whether to do this as German or British or Russian one. I want to do I don't know.
British.
Yeah.
I could never bring myself to build a model of a Spitfire in captured markings.
Yeah.
Just won't happen.
Yeah. I mean, I might do a German one at some point because these MHAR kits are pretty cheap anyway. I think they're only like 15 quid or something. Let's have a look how much they are. Yeah, about 21. You can get them for about £22. So not dear. Right. Paul Tanker says, Daft stayed in hospital a couple of days due to the shingles, but on the mend. Just popped in to say thanks for all your concern and for both of us. See you on the morrow. No promise, buddy. Thanks for letting us know. You're all right.
Yeah. Cheers, Paul.
John says, good news, Paul. Ian says, great to hear, Paul. TVG says, good to hear, Paul. JT says, Mikey, you need an Indiana Jones figure fighting on top of the tank. And John says, Mike, was that the same tank? No, I believe it's a Mark 8 or something. wasn't it?
8, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a later one that didn't go into production that America was going to co-build.
Yeah.
But then the war ended before it started.
Well, they did make a few, but they didn't make them in time to get them over there. So they were used in the interwar years as training vehicles. And then they were told, haha, the vehicles you're going to be on are nothing like that. That's so last century technology.
Did
Okay.
you see? I don't know if you bothered watching it, but there's something I saw this week put onto Monday Matters. V&K are making it, sadly only in 1/72, called the Foster Battle Tank from World War One. This is designed. It was supposed to be. I think it was going to be about 45 tons.
Yeah.
It was vast, and it had 2 6-pounders and 5 machine guns all at the front, and really heavily armored with like a cast dome for the 5 machine guns, and then a 6-pounder on either side going facing a long barrel 6-pounder. Looks absolutely amazing.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Especially 3D printed or something.
Yeah, I think, I don't know whether it must be 3D printed. I can't imagine they're going to sell enough to be injection molded.
No.
But if they made that in 35th, that would be absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's a beast of a thing.
See, the one I really like is the gun carriage one that was it not Nightwish, Night Shift did. Was it Night Shift or was it Plasmo?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was hard to explain, but it's based on a tank, but it was actually like a massive artillery gun, self-propelled gun thing.
All right.
That they used in the First World War,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks so cool.
Well, the other thing that happened on Friday was I went to see the new, because Mark, who runs Plastech, also started the shop Model Works.
Mm-hmm.
So he opened his own model shop on site, which is pretty cool. And he says it's not the most profitable part of his business, but he's not losing money on it either, which is good. And because he's just got a new contract for someone, he's having to put in a shed load more machinery. They're moving it to a new place, but it's like a 2-minute walk away, but much bigger space. So it's actually expanding. And on the top of it, the top above where it is, he's going to put in like a big spray booth and extraction fan system and stuff like that. And he's going to run like tutorial evenings and things like that. And one of the local clubs can use it and think, So it's really trying to push the hobby, which is really pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I found out last night that my brother-in-law loves stone scale modelling. He's only been my brother-in-law for 10 years, and I never knew that. I think it's because he's one of these people that doesn't realise that it's actually quite a popular hobby.
Yeah.
It's still sort of, because around here it's sort of blokes should be blokes sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
Do manly things like go to the pub and go to the gym.
Yeah. But it gave me some parting gifts, which was very nice of him. It gave me a Tamiya Sturmovik, 148 Sturmovik, which looks like fun because I've never built one of those before. Gave me a Hasegawa F18F, the two-seater. But it's got like an Aries cockpit for it, which looks really very beautiful. So obviously going to have to do an open canopy one there. And he gave me, he said, "Hey, Gary, he's got in his factory, he must have, he's got 3 storage areas and about, I'd say 10 huge cardboard boxes full of kits that he bought off someone's estate. That, you know, their husband had died or something, and she said, don't know what to do with these, and he gave her a lot of money for them.
Yeah.
But there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kits. Like, it's do you want an F-16? And he points, and there'd be like 30 F-16, but like 5 of each type.
Wow.
And he was going through the guy's stuff, and he'd come across a box like from Amazon, and there'd be 6 of the same kit inside. The box hadn't never ever been opened. The guy was obviously collecting kits rather than actually making any.
Yeah.
So he said, "Oh, this is fun. Have this. Take this with you." And it was the Edward dual combo of the Typhoon, Tempest 5.
Oh.
With all the photo etch and the book and the Royal Class thing. Absolutely beautiful thing. So yeah, take that with you. Take that with you, mate. All right. Thanks very much. I will. Absolutely incredible. Such a generous guy. Such a generous guy. It's good lad. He's the one that when AD broke his Spitfire.
Yeah.
Fell from the roof. I got in touch with him and said, could you slip out an extra couple of frames of this? And he said, no, won't do any such thing. Where does he live? And I gave him his address, and he sent him a brand new 124 Spitfire to replace it. Just said, there you go, mate. Thanks to your service and all that. There you go. It's a good man. Very good man.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Some very generous people in this hobby, isn't there?
There are. He's quite astonishing.
Same with Mystery Box Nick, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Where
Very
he
much.
finds the kits, I have no idea. I mean, I know he finds them on auction sites and things, but
Well, again, I think he looks around and finds collections being sold, and makes them an offer, and then sells what he can on eBay. And then anything weird, he says, "Ha ha ha ha! We can have that as a conundrum. Send it to me." I've already got the next one.
Like it.
Yeah, I've already got the next one, but I haven't got all the clues. But I've got the actual packet.
Yeah, well, he usually sends us the clues the day before, doesn't he?
Yeah, he normally sends the packet the day before, but he sent me a stalwart the other day. Remember, he did the box full of things with an IOU. Well, the actual stalwart came through the other day. So that's quite cool. And in the same box, he sent the next conundrum.
Yeah. That's the drive sprockets and the idler wheels done.
Not something you hear every day.
No. TBD says, I believe they had help from the Tank Museum for the Last Crusade. Yeah, most likely. Jem says, the latest kits and prices sent to me from Oz, unbelievably expensive, e.g. Corpro KP172 BF109E, $71. Last kit I bought was $12. Why such a jump in prices? Don't know. Jim says, Paul, good news, Paul. JT says, looking at the Char 2C, you wonder what the French would have done had the N-words not invaded. It was dated tank design. I still like the German and Italian tanks. Yeah.
Hmm.
It was still based on World War One technology, wasn't it? Jim says the Char B was a formidable AFV in 1940. The Germans had nothing to match it. However, German armored tactics did not involve tank versus tank fighting. Germans employed a combined arms doctrine. Yes, they did. JT says, I remember being able to get models of tanks for $10 US. I built the Italy Sherman M4A1 again and loved the kit 35 years later. There we go. Wonderful.
Still never done a Sherman. I should one day. I can hear Jim saying, "You what?"
You call yourself a model maker, sir?
Is the Sherman, is that the one that the Firefly was a variant of?
Yes.
Indeed.
I'm learning.
Yes.
You're learning tanky things. You're learning beyond the Puddle Pirates.
It's not much to know about ships, really.
It floats. It doesn't float.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that, you can strap cool stuff to them or
Yeah.
put cool things in them, but I don't know. Maybe I was just a terrible stoker, but like I don't know. Like displacements and things just don't really get me going.
So the parts on these are actually they're perfectly good molding, but look at the state of the sprues and stuff on them. The sprue actually has loads of flash on it and things, but weirdly the parts don't.
So, what's on top? Are they the 6-pounders?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's really weird. I've never understood how they do that. Sprue's a complete mess, but the actual parts are perfectly good.
Yeah, right. What are they on the other side? They're the Hotchkiss machine guns.
Probably Lewis guns by then. Maybe. Well, they could be Hotchkiss. Yeah, they would be Hotchkiss. Because they replaced them with Lewis guns, didn't they? Because the Hotchkiss had problems with jamming and things.
Not sure.
And then, yeah. So they replaced them with Hotchkiss, and then they replaced them with Lewis guns. And then eventually they managed to sort out the Hotchkiss problem and refit them to the tanks. Yeah. JT says, by the way, sorry if the N words are forbidden word. Yeah, it is. That's a YouTube policy. You can get the channel. They can shut the channel down if you say it too much and things. Charlie says, cheers, folks. Hello, Charlie. JT says, when did tanks go from pound guns to caliber? It was a British thing, so it was only after the Second World War, I think, when they started going to like Chieftain and Centurion and stuff, that they stopped using pounds and actually went to diameters. Was it to do with the type of warheads, Mal? The type of munitions and stuff?
I don't know. Possibly. I want a tanky, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know in the Second World War they still used weight rather than caliber.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it'd have been around like Centurion and that, wouldn't it? I'm trying to think.
I would think so.
Chieftain.
There'll be a time when they changed the way they designated the ammo. or the guns.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But when it was, I don't.
Let's have a look.
Now, if I was into tank modelling, I'd know that.
Yeah.
But I don't. So.
Okay. So the defining by poundage was originally started in 1712, and it's because it was the weight of the cannonball, because the weight of the cannonball was generally the same size if you had the same weight. So when did that change back? Yeah, well, taking the time to do more research on it, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, it's
I'd be
around.
interested to know.
Yeah, it was after the Second World War. Let's have a look.
Might be in because of NATO.
Yeah, that's probably a reason.
So about 1947, 48.
Meanwhile, GM says 2 kits he's been looking for: a Hasegawa 148 scale Learjet and a Frog P1, which is a prototype English electric lightning, with a lot of collections coming onto the market, but I've not seen those kits, nor have I. John says, interesting how there are videos posted on N Crimes. That's absolutely true. They show the man with the moustache. Don't get that. I feel like I'm in a Monty Python skit when I say a word, and the Knights of Knee react. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Knights of Knee.
It is annoying, but we're playing in their
It is.
playing in their
Yeah.
sandpit, so we've got to play by their rules.
So watching a couple of the Mark Pelton ones lately about Fagaloin, the guy that that mustachioed bloke yells out in that film. I don't know the film. Oh, Anyway, Fagaloin. Yeah, he seems like an odious cretin as well. Like, like most of those people. But no, very interesting video. I think there's like a series of I think it's 4 videos he did recently. Great research he does. Downfall. That's it.
Ah, I was muted. As soon as you were looking for the movie, I was like, Downfall? And then you kept going, I was like, oh, fine, just ignore me. It's cool.
So yeah, by looks of it, is pretty much the first one was the Centurion. that used bore diameter.
Yeah.
Yeah, 105mm L7 tank.
So far, this plan's working.
And then
Lots of little tiny holes.
the
Making nice little cuts.
Sorry, go on.
No, finish. You carry on.
How long you been doing that now, John?
Oh, I started drilling the first holes when we went live with Models for
Yeah.
Heroes an hour before this show.
Yeah. Twiffle.
JT says, I think they should look at the context because it's history and it should be understood. Man with the mustache, AH. Yeah. They should, but they don't because they use AI algorithms. Joe says, got tired of mixing several brands of paints for some Airfix kits that I ordered some Humbrol and just got message that they are out of delivery. Alrighty.
Alrighty. Oh.
Jim says, John Marley, I too have been following the Mark Felton series in Fegaline. Oh, those tricky and slimy N-words. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Jim says the Centurion tank barrels started changing around the time of the Korean War. The Australian tanks were upgraded after the Korean War to the Mark V. Yeah. Pretty much. Because it's fitted with a 105mm. And then the Charlie 2 was fitted with a 120mm. Good old Charlie.
Chieftains had the 120, didn't they? The rifled 120.
Yeah. I think that's why they put it on the Charlie, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then they came up with all these sort of smart rounds, and you can't have rifling on the barrels of the smart rounds.
Yeah. 79 and 75. Ah, okay.
I was chatting, I was swapping texts with Dale from Airfix the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And about the new Spitfire.
Yeah.
And several of our conversations include the phrase managing expectations, Dale, because I think they overdo the build-up is too much for what they're actually releasing. And you know, I just said, mate, you're going to cry wolf once too often, and people are going to give a monkeys when you release the next superstar kit. So maybe cut down on that a bit. But I said, and he said, "Oh, what do you think about the Spitfire release and all that?" And, you know, we wanted to re-release the Spitfire anyway because there's actually quite a demand for it, which I thought was good news. Yeah. But rather than just do a new boxing with new decals, we thought we'd try something new.
Yeah.
So I said, "Well, how much of a discussion was involved with, you know, trying to convince them that, you know, this is the way to go forward, including a mask set and maybe some photo etch?" And he said it was surprisingly easy to convince everyone that that's the way we needed to go.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, that's interesting because it kind of suggests that they're looking at maybe doing that a bit more in the future.
Yeah.
So maybe with some of the premium level, you know, the sort of Jaguars and Footed Jags and things like that.
Yeah.
Maybe having a premium range or a premium release where they include more Edward bits and pieces on that. So
yeah.
Good.
Like Edward did the trophy packs and things.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe they'll go back because they did that years ago. They had like they called them something. There was a expert range or something like that, where they would include that. And at the time, they said the biggest issue for them, well, actually, it wasn't the biggest issue, I suspect, but the reason they gave was that they wanted all Airfix products to be recommended for 8 and over.
Yeah.
Whereas if you put small pieces of metal into things, you have to make it 14 and over.
Yeah.
And so, but then how many 8-year-olds are going to be building a 148th Jaguar where you've got model bomb shackle, for example? It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And to be fair,
that's the way they'll go in the future. They're looking at a business case for doing that in the future, which would be very interesting.
well, to be fair as well, there's that many companies now that are giving all these little extras.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the age range is for, that sort of falling behind if they don't do stuff like that now.
Yeah, it's close to all of them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep up. I think it's I think I don't think my opinion is I don't think it was overblown because the campaign only went for like 2 days or so, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, and it was pretty much just a flip of them lifting.
Revolution in modelling.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, there's a lot of and they've done it before with like the Anson report. They were announcing it like it was just something like amazing that was coming, and you've got to keep this really secret till 10 a.m. We're going to announce it 10 a.m. on Friday. Don't tell anyone. Don't do this. Dude, really? So Reeboks have a very, very, very good kit, but it's still just a bloody Reeboks. It's not even any new parts in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just suggested he might wish to look at that, and then he sort of ignored me. So, smiles in a benevolent way, and then ignored me. Then, of course, he would. That's his job, because he runs the company and I don't. But yeah, but it was very, very open, very interesting. I think saying, wanted to do it for a long time. Thought this was a good one to do it on. Didn't have to push, really, really push it to anyone. It was a very, very easy sell. So, okay, cool. Look forward to some more then.
Yeah.
And where's my Halifax?
Yeah.
Just, I didn't want him to get complacent and think I'd forgotten it. That's all. So I thought I'd throw it in.
I'm sure he knows.
Julian says,
if you call him, I'm sure it comes up in his phone as that Halifax guy.
Yeah, it probably does. Yeah.
That bloody Londoner.
Yeah.
Julian says, JT, confused me when ship guns are rated by bore in inches, centimeters, but artillery by weight or width or length. Yeah. It's shit. Navy's just weird. They're puddle pirates. Their idea of a chain gang is very different to anyone else's.
But most guns now are caliber, are diameter, aren't they?
Yeah.
And everywhere. I mean, I don't think the Royal Navy's used shot weight for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah. Well, they don't tend to have the big guns now, do they? So.
But even then, there'd be 15-inch guns or 16-inch guns. There wouldn't be 18,000 pound or 1,800 pound shot or whatever it'd be.
Yeah. Charlie says Airfix and Spitfire are now like McDonald's franchise, printing same stuff under different labels. Like that. They're like McDonald's. JT says Charlie, want fries with that? Jim says, not much on modern armor. Have noticed some MBTs have smoothbore main guns. Most look into the advantages of what the advantages are. So most the Abrams and the most NATO tanks have smoothbore. It's in NATO. It's only really the British Challenger 2 that had a rifled barrel. The reason it had a rifled barrel is because the rifled barrel was more accurate over long distance. Because when the Challenger was built, there wasn't smart munitions and things like that, so accuracy was more important. Now, smart munitions can't be used from a rifled barrel because it has to have an expansion ring on and things like that. So now, the accuracy isn't as important because they've got different ways of controlling the shells and things like that. Munitions. I think it's to do with the Savo round as well, Gary.
What's that, mate?
The Savo round, the one that's basically like a needle, and as it comes out the barrel, the casing falls away, and it's
the is it HP VSS or something? Yeah. Discharging Savo.
Yeah.
I think they were. I've got a feeling they may still have been spin stabilized originally because they're iron rounds, they're dumb rounds. They just had an insanely high velocity.
Yeah.
I think it's when they wanted to start adding, as you say, smart munitions that don't need to be spun.
Yeah.
But also there's some munitions that can have rocket assistance on launch for different acceleration profiles and stuff like that, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure because I'm not a tanky, but I think that's what the reasons were.
Yeah.
That they moved away from rifling.
Yeah. Well,
also rifling wears out as well, so
yeah.
you need to replace them.
They've realised now as well that it's kind of silly having a Challenger with a rifle barrel that nobody else in NATO uses.
Yeah.
Because it means you have to have specific ammunition for Challenger.
Yeah.
So with the Mark III upgrades that they're doing, they're getting rid of the 122mm rifle barrel and replacing it with the smoothbore one, same as the Leopard.
Mm-hmm. Which, to be fair, is a pretty fine gun.
Yeah.
From what I know of it, it is a pretty damn good gun.
Yeah. Charlie says, I wish. Julie says, I mentioned the wording of the Airfix announcement being ambiguous on a live stream. Apparently, big meant a big model. I was on the way. Not the announcement was big. Ambiguous crap, in my opinion. Yeah, Airfix like to play word games with their announcements, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And while it's all terribly clever,
yeah,
it's just like, God, dudes, come on.
It can be misleading, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're not in that strong a position, frankly, to be able to mess around too much with people.
Yeah. Charlie says Airfix like 100% UK, ignoring my beloved Army Delaya, even while they're printing 100 Spitfire used by 50% of the planet.
Yeah.
Wrong with another Spitfire.
I'd love to see more French aircraft. Fairfix did the F1, the Mirage 3. They're all beautiful aircraft. I want to see a Mirage 4.
Yeah.
The Helle one looks wonderful.
I want to see a Spitfire 14.
But no, I agree with Charlie. I would like to see more French aircraft.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
I think Models Fit or someone like that does a Mirage 4000.
They do, yes. And they do all of them, including the 3.0. And they do look good.
Problem is, Airfix tends to focus more on British and Battle of Britain.
Well, they will, yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's no problem with that because that's my jam anyway. So,
but I do think there's more, certainly Battle of Britain era sort of aircraft and things that they could do because there wasn't just Spitfires and Hurricanes.
Yeah, but they haven't completed the line of Spitfires and Hurricanes.
Yeah, at this rate, they never will.
No bottom pull defines.
Yeah.
In 24th.
In 24th.
24th.
JT says, can the British fire tanks underway like the M1 Abrams? Yes.
Yes, we can.
In fact, they were doing it.
Yeah.
I think they were
impressive video. Yeah, I think it was before the Abrams, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, even on the Scimitar and the Scorpion, you can fire on the move.
Yeah.
You're not going to hit anything, but you can fire. Whereas on the Chieftain, you could go cross country at quite a lick and the barrel will still absolutely be pointing at your enemy.
Yeah.
The
German-
gyro sound on that was epic. It was
Yeah.
The
really,
German
really good.
video where they put I think it's a big sort of stein of beer on the
barrel
Yeah,
muzzle.
and
barrel and then go cross country with it without spilling a drop. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Love gyroscopes.
Yeah. Gyroscopic effect is what keeps motorbikes upright as well.
Certainly is.
Oh, there you go. Ian says, but were people asking for a 124 spit with extras or just a regular re-release? I'm a bit miffed. Be a bit miffed if I was one of those asking for another batch of the new tooling from a few years ago. Okay.
Yeah, true.
Joe says, "Oh my God, Gary, you weren't kidding about the decals on the Phantom." Wow.
I wasn't joking. That's why I haven't built mine yet.
Yeah, we're all
That's
laughing.
not
Ha
Cannot face it.
Charlie
And
says,
why?
Airfix motto: one Spitfire kit in any scale. D-Day and always Polish pilot squadron machine. Navy or Aussie in rare cases. Price tag 40 plus euros. While our Hella is just retired. LA just retired.
Hang on, they haven't stopped again, have they?
Eddie knew.
I hope not.
Don't know.
I was excited when they brought them back.
Looks like it. Charlie says, shout out for Mirage 3. I don't want to sponsor just Chinese manufacturers who will 100% print same kits in future. Ukrainian models kits did good on 72nd Mirages. But come on, they are not infinite in ages.
That's
No.
true. Yeah.
Jim says, Airfix, please make a 148 scale new tool Mark 1 Hurricane with fabric outer wings. Jim says, John Marley. I forgot the Iraqi Sea Fury 115 is the one with the white prop spinner, alloy coloured oleo legs, dark blue inside wheel doors, and wheel well.
Yeah.
There you
Lots of photos of that online because it's one of the few ones flying these days, and it's certainly in those colours. I think it's the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Charlie says, and for Hurricane. There we go. Yeah. JT says, thanks again for an interesting conversation. It was fun chatting with you all, and I appreciate you sharing your experiences. Good news for me. I have a job interview. Excellent. Well done.
Wonderful.
nice one.
Good
Best
luck.
of luck, mate.
Yeah.
Best of luck with that. Good for you.
Yeah. Here we go. Right. All right. Jim says, wishing you all the best for your job interview, John. Yeah. Good luck with that, buddy. Ooh, 19 likes. Ooh. Oh, 20. There you go. Charlie says, best wishes, fam. Yeah. Ooh, we've only got 5 minutes left.
I knew.
It's gone quickly.
Always does.
Yeah. We've got the omnibus tomorrow.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Finally get on with something other than the engine.
That's not step 33, you absolute morons.
Yeah, what have you been playing with, Gary? I haven't even asked.
This is my VMT I'm trying to build. I've been doing the undercarriage for it, which is a challenge, let's just say, because a lot of the structure is photo etch parts. And now they want me to put that in the fuselage. And there's some bulkheads each side, and it points to the bulkheads and says what stage we did those bulkheads in, and they're wrong.
Oh,
They're completely wrong. So it says we put the rear bulkhead on this piece of undercarriage in step 33. Look at step 33, and it's putting the cockpit into the nose.
Oh.
So that's wrong. This is going to be fun.
Oh, hang on, my phone is ringing. 2 seconds.
And we put the front thing on here in step 35.
yeah.
When step 35 is actually putting together the engine inlets in the wings. I don't really think they know what they're talking about here, which is slightly distressing. I'm just going to have to make it up as I go along. Oh well, we'll make it up. We'll adapt and overcome and all that. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. It may not look like a me off the shelf, but we'll get there. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. And of course, nothing's numbered on the frames either. So it's done.
Well, this one of the interesting things with the MHAR kits is the frames themselves aren't numbered or lettered. It's just everything has a sequential part number. So you got
Right.
3 or 4 frames. So if you've got a frame like that, I'll take you off big screen. If you got 3 or 4 frames like that, you have to go through the frames either looking for the part or looking for the number.
Right.
Which is a little bit annoying, but
Oh, well.
luckily.
It was easy. Everyone could do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think more people should have a go at doing these MHAR kits because they are quite fun. If you like doing a little bit of fettling and things like that when you're building.
There we go. So, I've managed to slice these wings. As you see, they're the inner wings, top and bottom.
Yes.
And then it's just a matter of so cleaning up. Well, it's just lots of little holes along there with a drill, but then cleaning it up with various files and whatnot. It's come together, and then I need to chamfer. This is the fun part. I've got to chamfer the inside of the wings down to 0.6 of a mil, as shown there. But you get the idea where it's going to fit. It's going to do that. And that should be all right.
Nice.
Do that a couple more times. It's going to work, I think.
Yeah. Cool, buddy. GM says, "Oh dear, Taylor Swift is in town. She wants us to film her in concert again. Don't tell Gary Morris that.
God.
He'll be drooling." Jim says, "Omnibus, seeing it's a mini art kit, perhaps it should be called Ominous Bus."
Ominous Bus.
Charlie says, "By the way, I've been thinking of next project and stuck between a Raphael and a Mirage 3C. Any thoughts or maybe advice would be helpful."
I do look at 3C. No, I think the Raphael and all of them, as I mentioned before, I think they're all beautiful. I do have a soft spot. In fact, I've got a French Mirage 3C here. I'll grab it. I'll show you.
There we go. Whilst you do that, I'll go through chat. June says, Part 1, 2 points on the Airfix spit, 3 schemes of lesser-known pilots, 2 they are only guessing, flew beer barrel spits.
Actually, I tell a lie. It's an E.
Ah.
This
Looks
is
good,
the this is the kinetic kit. French baby.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Part 2, 2 marketing crowed about the model, another Reeboks, and didn't mention their first kit with resin and mask. Yeah. They sort of focused on the wrong thing, didn't they? But it's new to them, so they're learning. If you think of it from their perspective, their mindset was, we've got this really nice kit that's coming out, and we've just added a few extras. Whereas everyone else is like, oh, you've got these really nice things that can go with this aircraft or this model that you've been. So their focus was the opposite way around to the public's. Which is why I think market research is more needs to involve actually speaking to modelers and things rather than just looking at what people are buying.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing that they start doing. Oh, Miles just dropped out. Or was that Gary?
Gary's there.
Yeah, it's Miles just dropped out.
Yeah.
Ian says, Jim, ominous bus. Jim says, Charlie, Raphael, I always liked that aircraft. Jim, Charlie, I vote for the Mirage 3C, beautiful aircraft. Yeah. Charlie says, it's just because my landlord will finish me if I use camouflage schemes. Lots of paint fumes at the beginning, so I'm mostly on 1-ton jets.
1 tone, yeah.
Yeah. You use acrylics. There won't be fumes, though. Just saying. Yeah. How have you got on, Tim? Before we go quickly.
Good. I sort of got jacket paint in that Warhammer one, so I've gone back to painting a bit more of that bust.
Yeah.
Thing. So,
Yeah.
small steps.
Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Gary's been working on his undercarriage.
Yeah.
Which definitely sounds like a euphemism.
It is.
I finished my Land Rover and started working on Mark 5. Cool. Right. What's Jim saying? How about 24 scale Triumph Spitfire to go with the Spitfire airplanes? Ooh. I think they should do a 1/24 of the Spitfire car.
That's what it means.
No. There was actually a race car that was made with a Merlin engine out of Spitfire.
Some bloke got into trouble with Rolls-Royce, didn't he? Because he recreated the Rolls-Royce radiator cover.
Yeah.
And they said that's he had an early brand Merlin in the front end of it. The Beast.
Yes.
Cool. It's a driver.
Jeremy Clarkson drove it, didn't he? And he said it's one of the most terrifying drives he's ever done.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He says, Jim, a Triumph Spit will still be tiny. Charlie, Tim's screen gets my heart twice with Mirage 3 and a GI miniature. There you go. Joe, when you're over 60 years of age, we always work on our undercarriage. Does that stop it dragging on the floor? Anyway, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure as always. We're well past the 2 hour mark. Audience, we shall see you tomorrow, 12 till 2, for the omnibus.
Ominous bus.
Yes, the ominous bus. Until then, it's Hulval for now, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you later, guys.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.